Hello, I am Blair Jones, John Jones. You need me by that, so um, yeah, my PeopleSoft ID is 0969241. Whatever the name is under that, that's who I am. But yeah, this is for my takeaway from the Bayou Club country club, and I have to start off by saying that was one of the most exclusive things I've ever seen in my life, because I went with Shannon Holt, and when we were driving, I remember 610 and Memorial, right at that cross part. It's a dead end on the sign, and we were like, maybe we should turn left or right, and I was like, no, it says go straight. And so it was very distracting, but I went anyway, and we go back there through the winding path, and there's, lo and behold, a country club. I was like, wow, they really don't want anybody to know that they're back here. We go in, and the first thing I hear is plates clinking, and I really was hungry. I didn't eat all day, and it was that's not all day, but still, I was very hungry, and I heard the plates clinking. I was like, oh, they know exactly how to treat their guests right away. And I ate a lot of the food. I saw guacamole. I love guacamole. And then we sat down, and Jonathan came out, and Jonathan talked about his club, and he handed out this. This is the financial statements. And their total revenue has increased over $100,000. It was $3.8 million in 2009, and in 2010 it was $3.9 million. And he sees a higher increase by the end of 2011. To record it, they record it every December 31st. So by December 31st, we'll know how much increase he has in this year. And he said his main source of revenue at his club was food. And I totally dig that, because I love food. He said that, and he gave us these menus. He gave us this one and this one. And as you can see on the menu, maybe backwards, I can't tell, but you can still see there's no numbers on this paper. That's one thing he does. He doesn't put pricing on the paper, because if people don't see the numbers on the paper, they're more than likely to buy the bigger ticket items. Like, let's see, one thing on this list that I noticed, like for the entrees, he has a crab meat rennet. You would expect that to be, oh, since he doesn't have a price, it's probably cheap. Or the Heart brand akaushi ribeye or sirloin strip. See, if it's hard to say, it's probably expensive, but you're not going to know that because there's no price on there. And he says all his food is fresh. So all his ingredients are top of the line, almost straight from the garden. See, that's one thing. He could have a garden, have his products fresh instead of shipping, but I'm not running his place. He knows that increases revenue. Let's see. And he talked about how it's a family owned. Most of the members are family based. Like, he had one of the DuPonts, and one of the I can't remember. It was one of the oil people. He had I can't remember. It's one of the oil people, but it was a male, and he married a female member of the DuPont family, and they married, and he says money marries money, and he was right. one thing I found awesome is that he kept it real with us. I'm gonna be honest. I went to the Houston Country Club one. The guy, the manager there, I forget his name. He wasn't the most exciting guy. To be honest, I was nodding a little bit. I made it through it. I just started nodding at one point. Jonathan, straight away, he kept you alert. It was really awesome. And he after he talked about his members and fed us those wonderful fajitas, he gave us a tour. And the first place that we went was the kitchen, and we met his head chef Lester. Lester was a really nice guy, had a New York accent. He was really awesome, and he talked about how all the food was fresh and how to prepare it, and how they installed an extension to the kitchen to give them more freezer space, I believe. And then he went on to tell us that they were having a chef's ball in 2000. It was a 2012 50th anniversary chef's ball. Last dinner on the Titanic, 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. And this was what he gave us. This is the menu of what they were serving. He invited us to go, and he asked all of us if we knew any upper echelon people. I don't know any upper echelon people, so I just, I'm not going. But it was $100 per person. That's what really said, yeah, I'm not upper echelon, so I can't go. And then he went through the rest of the building. They just renovated the pool for $600,000. It was a nice pool, and he had a handicap chair, and this is where he kept it real. He's like, you see that chair? After the health inspector comes, we're taking that down. And he was really iffy about. The fire marshal came and they told him to put up exit signs, and he didn't want to do it. He's like, no, but he has to because he needs to keep his business running. And we went through the rest of the building. It was really nice. Mostly male members, but it's mostly family based, but there's one bar that's mostly male, and there's only a certain time that women are allowed in. And after the tour, we went on our merry way. It was really nice though. I really enjoyed myself. It has to be exclusive. If it's not on a map, you had to hand out a map to us. That's pretty legit. And his presidents say they don't want people to know about them. That's pretty classy in my opinion. But all in all, it's one of the, so far I've been to 3 clubs so far. That's been the nice one. It's it was a little old fashioned but really nice. I really enjoyed myself. I know this video is a little long, but I wanted to get it all in. I couldn't think of 3 minutes just to get it all in. But thank you for listening to me talk your ear off.